Hi, in this video we're going to look at the next step in expository writing. In the previous video we had already looked at the prompt and how it's set up and what we're looking for, and how we're going to focus on the section that says write, and we discussed how it says one invention. Although there's many, we're just focusing on one invention that is important to your life. And you're going to tell what that invention is and explain what makes it important. So then we made our circle map, which is our donut with sprinkles. And now we're going to take the donut and we're going to look at something that we have a lot to write about, which in this case is the cell phone. So we're going to make an expository pillar. You might have heard it called hamburger. Whatever you want to call it, it's going to help you with your writing. So the first step we're going to do is we're going to make a long rectangle. And this is going to be our introduction, which will also be paragraph 1. What I tell my students, the rule of 4th grade writing is 4th grade 4 paragraphs. And this is going to be our introduction. And all we're going to do is take what we've already written and we're going to say the cell phone, the invention of the cell phone is important to my life. The invention, I'm going to change that to say the invention of the cell phone is important to my life. Now I know there's a lot of kids that might say, well, the cell phone is not important to my life, my Xbox is. So whatever it is, I just kept it simple. I used part of the prompt and then I'm just putting it as my introduction. I'll add more detail in it to when I actually start writing it. So the next step is my main idea 1. So I'm going to make this a little bit smaller and I'm going to put M1 for main idea 1. And then I'm going to draw out a larger rectangle, a little bit more wider. And I'm going to make it into 4 boxes. Now this box I don't use, you can if you want, but I'm going to keep this simple. Keep in mind that this is going to become paragraph 2. And then I'm going to draw out another rectangle, wide as the first one. And then I'm going to divide that into 4 sections. Oh no, sorry. Okay, we make mistakes too. And this is going to be my main idea 2. And I'm going to block out this one, and again you can use this one. And this will become paragraph 3. And then I'm going to make another rectangle, and I'm going to put a little heart because this is my conclusion. My conclusion, I want it to say the same thing as I do in my introduction, but I want to have a little heart, a little bit of feeling to it. So in my conclusion, I want to say something about my cell phone, how important it's been to my life, or let me see. I don't know where my life would be. So I'm just going to leave that for now. I can always go back and change it when I start writing my rough draft. And as I'm looking at this, then this is where one of the reasons why we call it a hamburger. A hamburger bun, think of the hamburger bun. All of us like different ingredients in the middle. But when we're looking at the hamburger bun, we have the top bun, which is your topic, your main idea. And then we have the bottom bun. And this is similar and made of the same ingredients as your top bun on the hamburger. So when you're looking at the buns of a hamburger, it's made of the same ingredients, it's just shaped differently. And that's what the expository pillar is. When your introduction and your conclusion, it's a little bit different. Now here I'm going to go ahead and look at my main idea 1. And so I'm going to select, let me go back and look. Let me see. Well, I can use cell phone for family and friends. I also use the cell phone for, there's apps that I do use it for work. I use the camera a lot. I have Dojo on my phone, so I'm constantly in communication with parents. I've also used it to look up stuff. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to put family and friends. And then I'm going to put on here how I apply it to work. So these are 2 different main ideas. I may have similar things, but the purpose for each one is going to be a little bit different. So here I do use the camera. I use Dojo. And a lot of times I do check my emails and text. So with family and friends, I stay in touch via social media. But I also call. And then I use it, text messaging a lot with him as well. And so this is the expository pillar. So thank you. I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for step 3.